feeling you get when you walk into an event with incredible music and sound quality? Yeah, that's us. Welcome to Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Sweet Music. Choose from a wide range of keyboards, drum sets, guitars, combos, stage monitors, mixers, amplifiers, speakers, microphones, saxophones, trumpets, studio equipment, and every accessory thinkable. We're located in Achimota, Sonodim Ship House, adjacent Absa Bank. Tema Community 9 next to Star Gas near T Havana. Kumasi, opposite the STC station or Ashanti Home Touch, Asafo Market. Takrade, ground floor of Ravito Clinic, Dabiama. Sunyani, opposite Kokobod, Cementia Story Building. Tamale at the King David Plaza. You can also shop online at sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. From top brands to beginner-friendly options, we've got something for everyone. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Interchurch Bible Quiz, University of Cape Coast, brought to you by the National Bible Quiz Project, the Bible Society of Ghana, and the Protestant and Pentecostals Chaplaincy Committee of the University of Cape Coast. Today is the grand finale of the UCC Championship, and it is between Christ Apostolic Students and Associates, CASA, Pentecost Students and Associates, PENSA, and National Union of Baptist Students, NUBS. Our finalists overcame various hurdles in the semi-finals to make it here, but unfortunately, we have to crown only one of them as our champion. Who is winning it? Is it going to be CASA? No. Is it going to be PENSA? Yes. Is it going to be NUBS? Yes. We will soon find out, but I can promise you a very exciting contest today. I want you to share the link to all your handles and your friends as we take off on this intriguing journey into the scriptures. Before I introduce the contesting teams, I want us all to note that this grand finale will be a unique one. Instead of the traditional format of 4 rounds, there will be an omission of 2 rounds, and only 2 rounds will be held in this contest, and it is to determine the winner for the 2025 edition of the UCC Championship. May we introduce our teams. So the first team, CASA, kindly introduce yourselves.
I'm Obed Poganu.
This is Esiaku Raymond. Esiaku Raymond.
PENSA.
Please, I'm Ohime Dusafwa.
I'm Ashford Techi.
NUBS.
Ata Ewa Emmanuel is my name.
Daniel Owusu Senior.
Thank you very much. Before we zoom into the contest, I would like to ask one of you what you know about the Bible Society of Ghana and their most recent activities. Who can help us with any knowledge about the Bible Society of Ghana and their most recent activities? NUBS.
So the Bible Society of Ghana, it's a non-denominational organization that seeks to print, translate, and distribute Bibles to all parts of the world with the knowledge of spreading the gospel to where it has not gotten up to. And also it is being headed by Archbishop Ajinasari Charles.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other person to add up to what he has said?
Just as he said, the Bible Society is into translation of Bibles, and also in their recent project, they are translating Bibles for the blind. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Before we begin the contest, I want us to acknowledge our sponsors for this championship. Sweet Music Pro Audio, Ghana's leading musical instrument store, and our media partners, Sweet Melodies FM and PENSA TV. My name is Edna Sari, and I'm your quiz mistress. Now to the contestants. This contest will come to you in 2 rounds. Round 1 is the speed race. Every question goes to all teams, and you all must race to be the first to answer. If you believe you have an answer, you must ring the bell to be called. Let's hear the bells of each of the teams. CASA, PENSA, NUBS. By the time you ring the bell, you must be ready with your answer, else the next team to have rung will be given the opportunity to answer. If you were the first to ring and you give a correct answer, you get a total of 3 points. If you give a correct answer and you were the second to ring, you get a total of 2 points. If you were the third to ring and you gave a correct answer, you get a total of 1 point. Any incorrect answer you give would cost you a deduction of 1 mark. You are not obliged to ring the bell if you are not sure of the answer. Let all your answers be precise and accurate. Best wishes to all teams. The first question. Joshua chapter 6 records an encounter involving the statement, "Take off your sandal, for the place where you stand is holy." Indicates I, the personalities involved in the encounter. I, the location of the encounter. PENSA.
The personalities involved were Joshua and the commander of the Lord's army, and it happened outside the camp of Israel.
Specifically, okay, so I would give it to you. So the personalities involved were Joshua and the commander of the army of the Lord, and the location was beside Jericho. The second question. Recall as exact as possible the response to as exact as possible the response Naomi gave to the people who said to them, "Is this Naomi?" PENSA.
Naomi said, "No, call me Mara, for I went out full, but I've come back empty."
I'm sorry, I will not accept that. The question says, recall as exact as possible. As exact as possible. So, do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. Why did she say, do not call her Naomi, call her Mara? I went out full, and the Lord has brought me home again empty. Why do you call me Naomi, since the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me? Thank you very much for understanding. The next question. What is the meaning of the Greek word adiko? Adiko is spelled Adikos. So, adiko means unrighteous. The next question. Trace the genealogy of Uzziah. Uzziah is spelled Uzziah to Rehoboam. So, from Uzziah, we have Joram and Jehoshaphat and Asa and Abijah, then to Rehoboam. The next question. In Matthew chapter 11, Jesus rebuked a number of cities. What did the writer of Matthew say about these cities and why Jesus rebuked them? PENSA.
Although Jesus had preached like in those cities, they didn't repent from their ways.
Come again.
Although Jesus had preached in those cities, they didn't repent from their ways.
I will not accept that. They were the cities in which most of his mighty works had been done. Most of his mighty works had been done, but they did not repent. The next question. What exactly did Isaiah say in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1? CASA.
Okay. When Isaiah saw the seraphim angels or the burning ones, he said that he dwelt in the midst of, he's undone, and he dwelt in the midst of people with an unclean lips, and he himself is an undone.
I'm sorry, I'm not giving it to you. So, what Isaiah said exactly in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1 is, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. The next question. How exactly did Hagar and Zechariah assist in the rebuilding of the Jerusalem temple? They prophesied to the people. The next question. Mention the list of the sevenfold manifestations of the Spirit as recorded in Isaiah chapter 11. As recorded in Isaiah chapter 11. Anyone from the audience? The Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of understanding, the Spirit of might, of the fear.
God.
That is correct. The next question.